What's going on, everybody? So the devs of Black Matter released the newest roadmap for Hell Let Loose for the next update 9, and I thought it'd be fun to go through. There's a lot of changes here. It's mostly gameplay focused, so I'm very, very excited about this. All the new content will be coming down the road. They're kind of focusing on what we have now and fixing a lot of things. I'll put the link for the dev brief down in the comments in the description. Go check it out. A lot to read through. There's no way I'm covering all of it, but I will cover some of the bigger things and probably things I find more interesting. So jumping right into it, Melee, we all knew it was coming. It was only a matter of time. They have hinted at it with the knives and the shovels and everything, so that'd be really cool to see. I think that's going to be a big one. Server admin camera. This means the admin will have this as a tool to kind of spectate, look at things. If there's a claim of someone cheating, they can go zip around the map and see them. And also this will be good for people that own servers and create content. They'll be able to get really cool footage out of it as well. Beginning the armor system rework. This is a big one. We go back to the dev brief and scroll down. They actually go into detail here. There's a lot here. They're going to increase the belt size to 200. They're going to fix zeroing. They're going to alter costs. They're going to rework shell damage. It's basically, they're starting from the ground up again. I think it's a lot of little things being tweaked, but all those little things put together are going to make for completely different tank gameplay, I feel like. And I trust they're going to do a good job. Because right now it's still a bunch of fun, even with how inconsistent it is. So I think this is going to be really good. I trust them. I think they're going to do well. And I'm very curious to see where this goes. There's a lot of bullet points here. So if you're really curious about the armor rework, I would check out the dev brief in full. Community voiceovers, I'm not too sure about this one, what this guy means. We'll have to come back on that. Steam achievements, these have kind of already, I wouldn't say leaked, but they're just not active. You can see them in Steam. They're all there. So if you want to get a sense of what you're going to be working towards, check Steam. Barbed wire functionality, they already released a video about this. They're giving barbed wire a purpose now. It won't damage you, but you can't jump over it and you can't move through it. So that is going to be really, really effective when you want to funnel some enemies down a certain point. The localization, that's kind of a broad kind of term. I know what kind of means. I don't know if this means server locking, but it means they're going to cater to certain regions of the world. How they do that, we'll have to wait and see what they mean. Additional loadouts are coming. They specifically list over here. Commander, machine gunner, sniper, and tank commander are all going to get some more loadouts. I'm very curious to see what those are, especially the sniper. I don't know what they can add to that to give them advantage there. So we'll see. Machine gunner, they're getting the MG34, so that'd be really cool. And then look at that, the next one on there, MG34. I believe they said this is replacing the MG42 as the base gun for the German machine gunner. So I imagine the MG42 will be like a level 3 unlock or something, and you'll start out with the MG34. Still exciting, new gun. Sound improvements across the board. I'm excited about that one. I know we had the big FX update, but there's still a lot of work on the sound here if they want to catch up to like postscriptum and stuff. So it'll be cool. I'm excited for that. Warm up staging period for Warfare mode. This is needed right now with how many new players there are. I have a feeling it'll be like offensive mode where you get that 90-second buff. This is good because I know right now the meta is kind of jumping to the supply truck and running up to the front. If you have a squad leader with an SSD, they load in faster. So I think this is going to kind of even things out and honestly make for just more competitive games. XP level increase, I'm guessing they're going to start giving us more XP. Because right now it's not a lot, especially when you're trying to level up classes. It goes very, very slow. So hopefully they're going to start giving us more rewards for our actions and whatnot. Continued bug and crash fixing. The comms bug has kind of gone away in the past few days for me, so that's nice. I don't have too much crashing issues anymore, but I still see Reddit all the time, people posting about this, so I'm guessing it's probably a bigger deal than I know. UI changes, curious to see what they're doing with that. Not a huge deal for me. They can clean it up, make it look better, all for it. Max level increase. So if I remember correctly, this is going up to 500. So it's currently 200. We'll have another 300 to go. So it's going to give us a lot more opportunity to grind. I absolutely love that. I can't wait. It just increases the longevity of this game's lifespan, and it's a good call, man, especially with how much we're all playing it right now. Improve optimization. This is a big one. It's pretty inconsistent for myself across the board. I don't have a top shelf computer, but I notice on maps like Carentan, sometimes New Hurtgen, starts to chug a little bit. So it'd be nice to get those maps a little cleaner, kind of increase the FPS and have it more consistent across the board. That's a good call on that. Grass and foliage spawning improvements. This is a huge one. They were hyping up this grass. It came out and honestly it looks nice, but the fact that it doesn't spawn in right away and takes some time, or the fact that you can decrease your settings and have an advantage over people that have it on high or ultra, they need to fix that. They need to make it consistent all levels, and they need to make it so it spawns in right away and there's no lag. So hopefully that's what this means, and we're gonna get Utah Beach offensive mode. I'm excited for this, man. Obviously the US forces storming the beach. It's gonna be like Omaha but on a different map. I'm excited for that, but I think the cool factor here is the German will be the German attacking side. I think defending those last beach points as the United States is going to be a highlight. Weapon visual quality overhaul. I mean, that's simple. They're just going to increase how good the weapons look, and I think they need it. Like, especially if you have the Grand, if you ever notice, the lettering of the engraved part on the back is just blurry, and I mean, it's 2021 now. We need to have that looking clean compared to other modern games. So good on them for improving that. Many more changes. We'll see what comes. And if we jump over to still to come, continued improvements to armor systems. So obviously the rework's not going to be an overnight thing. They're gonna have to put it out, see how it goes, and tweak it from there, which is great. I'm glad they're doing that. Campaign mode, I believe in a Q&A, they said that it's gonna be kind of you battle your way across Europe. We don't know too much about it, but they have a cool idea. As long as they can implement it correctly, that'll be really fun. Flamethrowers, I'm still skeptical on this. I know a lot of people are excited for it. I just don't know how they're gonna implement this without it being crazy. If they make it just a regular in-game class with every squad able to run a flamethrower, it's gonna be fucking nuts. So I'm not too excited for that. Hopefully it's a little more limited, like 1 or 2 per whole team. That I'm fine with, but if every squad gets a flamethrower, I think that's a little overkill. And Kursk, I mean, this goes without say, we're getting down to the Russians here. Everything Russian's coming eventually. I know a lot of people thought it was coming in update 9. I'm glad it's not. I'm glad they're taking their time and they're gonna make it a big deal. So we'll probably see that in update 10 or something later this year. St. Marie Dumont overhaul. This will be interesting. I'm curious to see what they can do with that map. It's a lot of empty fields right now, so it's great for armor gameplay, but I know the infantry gameplay loop can get kind of stale on it. You know, you're just running along hedgerows through the whole map, and you know, could use more detail, some more lobs, some more trenches, stuff like that. I think there's a lot of opportunity there, and I think they're gonna kill it on that. Continued in-game FX overhaul, cool stuff. So yeah, sure. They're gonna just keep working with the sound effects, explosions and stuff. I think it could be better. It's good, but could be better. So I'm glad they're acknowledging that. Continued implementation and expansion of Archon features. So Archon has to do with the server administration side of things. So maybe this will give admins on servers more opportunity, kind of like put specific things in. Who knows how deep that'll go, but I'm glad to see it's gonna be there. Eastern Front map, I mean, that goes back to the Russians. We know that's coming. And also they're developing 2 more maps for the current Western Front. Very curious to see what those are. I'm honestly excited for more Western maps as well. Along with the Russians. That's it for the actual roadmap. If you go into the dev blog, there is a lot of other stuff here. And the big one, I am surprised this isn't in the roadmap. They're changing the warfare forward garrison meta. So it does say they're going to be testing this, but what they want to do is they want to make it so you can place garrisons in that first red column row. I don't know how much is going to change the actual game, because it does say if an enemy comes in with 100 meters of it, it's disabled. So if you place that too close to an enemy OP, enemy garrison, whatever, it's going to go red. You can't spawn there. And then you're going to kind of shoot yourself in the foot, as the nearest garrison is 200 meters away. So you could kind of screw yourself over here if you're not careful with this. So honestly, I think it's going to be a real bad move placing a garrison in the red zone if these are the parameters that they give us. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. Obviously it says they're going to be testing it. Who knows if it even come. Maybe that's why it wasn't mentioned in the roadmap, because they're not sure on it. So it's definitely something we have to keep an eye on here. And the last thing they didn't mention in the roadmap that's here, weapon zeroing. It says they fixed the zeroing across all firearms. So now your sights are adjusted to compensate for bullet drop, which means you'll need to aim a smaller amount above your target's head, which is cool. I like that. You're not just lasering enemies anymore. You're gonna have to aim a little higher. It's gonna take a little more skill to hit those long shots. But that's basically it for this dev brief and the roadmap. Obviously, link below. Check it out, read for yourself, especially all the armor changes. It seems like that's a big focus here. So if you do enjoy playing tanks and Hell Let Loose, that this might be worth a read for you. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the front line.